Hello viewers, you're welcome again to another episode of the Now Show. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about waiting and winning in waiting. Waiting in every way. And of course, I have someone here who's had to wait on God, and she has overcome, she has won. I have with me my sister, my friend, a partner of the Now Show, Mrs. Lola Ademuwagun. Oh my God, it feels so good to call you Mrs. Lola Ademuwagun.
That's what I was going to say. I'm getting used to it. So I was thinking, why isn't she saying name Oluwole?
Oh God, Lola has been Miss Amos Oluwole 40 something years before changing, and finally here she is, Mrs. Lola Ademuwagun. You're welcome to the Now Show.
Thank you, Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming, Lola, and thank you for agreeing to share your story with us. Because your story, like I said to you, is an inspiration. And I know that it's going to be an inspiration to many out there, because there are lots of people who are wearing the shoes that you wore. Thank God you have stopped wearing those shoes. I mean, it's a journey. And it's a journey of patience, of perseverance, of trusting, and you've done it all. And that's why you're here, so that you can help talk to people and inspire them on this journey and winning in this journey. So Lola, tell us your story.
Oh wow, it's a long one. So you sometimes think, how do you put 28 years of praying into a short story, and 23 years of actively waiting? But I think, so my story is a story of somebody who, I got saved at an early age. So I got saved when I was 16, and I grew up in a very loving home. So my idea of a marriage was that your husband had to love you. Because my dad loved my mom, and apparently it was public knowledge. I thought it was just us in the house that knew that. But it is public knowledge.
They did have a good marriage.
That they had a good marriage. Yes. And I think I recall one time my dad said to me, let's see, my dad wasn't saved. So to have a good marriage when you're not saved, that's just the grace of God, which is available to, God will bless who He chooses to bless. And I remember Daddy saying, let's see if any of his marriage will be as good as mine. Like, I have a really good marriage. And I said that yours won't even come close. Mine will be much better.
Much better. Knowing who you were.
Yeah, I just said mine will be much better. I've learned in life to look at something good, even when you see all the bad things, and focus on that. If that person could get that good thing, then I can get the good thing I want.
Yes.
And that's how my story started. So I got saved at 16, got into the good fellowship in Ife. And obviously we were taught, you can't fornication, no adultery. I was pretty much fellowship and going to school of pharmacy. When I finished, I finished at the age of 20. Of course, by 21 you start praying about husband. Because back in the day, once you graduated, you should get married. And those who were dating in school, in fellowship, all, they continued dating and they all, eventually got married. So at 21, my very good friend, Nikki Akinjide, she's late now. She'd say, let's meet on Mondays. She was staying in Ikoyi, I was living in VI. I'd drive to her on Mondays to pray. And the only prayer point really was husband. What we wanted in our husband, we used to be on the Chose book and had the list of exactly what we wanted in our husbands. And then, of course, we'll pray for the salvation of some of our loved ones that were not yet saved. So there were two prayer points. I mean, at the age of 21, if your parents had a little bit of substance, you didn't really need anything. So you weren't really praying about needs.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, you weren't praying about needs. So the only need was really this husband. And for me,
this next step,
because
after
graduating, I mean, there's nothing else to do. Back in the day, we weren't as ambitious as. I wanted to do an MBA, so I had that ambition. And so it's not like I really wanted to marry immediately. And I felt, look, you need to really pray about this thing.
Age.
Yes. And so it wasn't dictating when we will find the husband. It was about God bringing this man to us.
Yes.
And that season went, I went to do my master's, and during my master's, I remember at the end of my master's, I'd gotten a phone call from my friend, and she said to me, God said to tell you something. Nika does hair, God. You know,
Yes.
there are many things she had been saying, and I, you know, I knew
you had seen them come to pass.
Yes, or I knew she was very deep spiritual.
Okay.
And that season, I was even deep spiritually as
Yourself.
well. Because it was a time I was going to kind of Copeland meetings. I was praying a lot. I'd wake up at 3 a.m. to pray. So it was very. I mean, I don't think I'd had that. As at that time, that was probably my deepest walk with God. I was in Manchester Business School, and I would be ministering to the sick. You know, I mean, my faith was, I wore my faith.
Yes.
You know, so to say, and she said, God said to tell you that, don't help me with regards to your husband. And I'm thinking, you know, and I'm gonna give you. He wants to honor me, and I'm like, it didn't make sense. And I said, so, but for me, it was. I'd had a conversation with my dad the December before, so this was about June 1996, and I'd had my last time I saw my dad was 1995 December, and he had said to me, January that year before I went back to school, that I didn't think you took getting married seriously. See, because my brother was getting married, my sister-in-law was younger than me. Yes, so he's thinking, Lola's even brought one boyfriend home to say she's. You know, seriously dating. Which
is the concern of every parent.
You know? So
that's like you're getting old.
Yeah, and you were so correct because I wanted to do an MBA. And then after the MBA was where I was going to work, I was applying to work in Malaysia. You know, I just wanted something different. Yes. And so I just thought, well, thank God God wants to give me a husband. That was settled daddy. And then you know, and I'd met one guy then. But there was somebody I'd dated before who also was showing me interest. I just thought, since God says, you know, so let me do all this, you know. But I didn't realize that's the beginning of the opposite is happening to you. And so, unfortunately, November that year, my dad died, and I moved back home. And then, of course, the journey of life began because you know, I mean, this is God saying He wants to be my husband without me asking for it, literally. And He wants to honor me, and then the first thing that happens, the most important person in my life dies. And I'm thinking, God, I mean, this isn't, it just it doesn't show. Yes. So now I don't have a husband, and then I've now lost my dad. I had a fantastic relationship with my dad. He was my friend. Literally, my dad was my best friend. I could talk to my dad about anything. And so that was a major blow, and we didn't see it coming, but God said to me, talk about me at the burials. I was thinking, God, why is it always about you, you know? But I did obey that voice. And then I dated one person shortly after. I said, when my dad died, I wanted to marry immediately. Because you needed that void. I filled. Now, it wasn't even, it was, I needed to marry. You needed it was like, that void. For the first time in my life, the desire to marry, it was like, God, please, just do this for me. And I didn't know it wasn't going to happen that way. Yes. Until I waited till that word came in 1996, and I actually didn't marry until 2019. You've only just gotten married, 2019. We're talking, 23 years after God spoke, without asking God to speak. You know, there are times you go to God, can I hear you? Yes. But this I didn't. You know, He spoke of His own free will, and then the journey started. And I think that you know, Bible was written for us to learn from them. That's so that sometimes when God does speak, it then looks like He's lying, you know, or that this thing is not, you know, Joseph is, you know, for me, it's the one important story that I felt like my life had mirrored, because the complete opposite really did happen in that area. I mean, not only in the 23 years, I didn't have a relationship that looked like could be the seed or substance of a good marriage. Yes. Which is, remember, is what I had said to my dad. I pronounced a good marriage. Yes. And because I pronounced a good marriage, I didn't just want to marry just any man. Just to be Mrs. No, that wasn't it. It was that I wanted a good marriage. One, because I'd grown up with one. Yes. And when my dad had challenged me, you know, I'm up for a challenge. And I'm thinking, God, I'm going to get it better. And so having a good marriage was important. And I think that is probably what helped me with. So for me, it was, and you know, the tendency, I mean, I always caution people when God does speak. Yes. I mean, this is God acting supernaturally. So it's not every time. The fact that God didn't speak that He's going to give you a husband doesn't mean you're not going to get a good husband and a good marriage. Yes. For me, I think He chose to speak because I was going to go through a process that would make me hold on, need that word because that's what happened. I mean, I think I was able to hold on so far because I heard the word and it was unsolicited. I think if I had gone looking for that word and then I would be. But because that word came when I didn't ask for such a word, it wasn't my priority. It helped me. And I think that was God helping me pass this exam that I was going to go through. And it wasn't going to be an exam of 1 year. An exam of 23 years. You do need the word from God. Because there's nothing else to hold on to. I didn't have that man. I didn't have a relationship that I had experienced that mirrored having a good marriage. I didn't. So I was blindly looking for this good marriage. And I'm glad that I waited. I'm glad that it's a long wait.
It's a long wait. And I'm sure those 23 years were not 23 years of sailing. You must have had all manner of things come at you. Wrong relationships, advices, people wanting to help you, people thinking that. I'm sure you had your fair share. Can you take us through some of the things that must have happened to you?
Yeah, you go through so many things. I think one is even help, trying to get the right person. Because it's not like nobody showed up in 23 years. Of course I had. I mean, I dated one relationship, lasted 3 months, and it was a bit abusive verbally, and then I went into another one with a serial dater who I was trying to save. And I think it was that relationship progressed for a long time.
Yes.
And I think, you say to yourself, you deserve better. And
you said something, who you were trying to say.
Yes.
So you need to realize that you can't change people.
Yeah, well, you don't know that then. Because know I'm a praying woman and I've always prayed. So having dated 2 Christians and relationships were abusive.
Yes.
The next, verbally abusive, not physically abusive. The next relationship I went to was someone that I thought, understood my language. In the sense that wasn't an abusive person, kind of had similar background as me. So I thought, look, I've tried these Christians. It's not working, God.
Okay.
Let me just see someone who's my background. Pray for them. Get them saved. At least, it'll fit the bill.
Yeah.
And it turned out, when you decide to play God.
Yes.
Like, God, okay, I found this one. This makes sense. Or he's not a Christian. I'll just save him. I mean, the more I prayed, he did pray the prayer of salvation along the years.
Yes.
But it wasn't just any fruit. The lifestyle was so different from the lifestyle.
Because he just wasn't ready for what you wanted to get him into.
Exactly. So, so yes, he did say he loved me, but obviously not the right way. And that relationship went back and forth, and I think one day God allowed circumstances to end that relationship. So that ended, and that was for a long time, maybe 10 years. So I think when that ended, in between I always had people would come, but something just never sat right.
Seemed right.
Yes, I couldn't put my hand on it. And at some point, obviously, then people start getting concerned that maybe you're under a spell. So there was, somebody must have cursed us. Maybe it was a family curse. Somebody had said something to you or done something to her.
So you hear all kinds of things.
This is Africa, and when something is not going right or hasn't gone the norm that we expect, most of us decide what the problem is. And I think there was a story in the Bible.
And not being married is not something you can hide.
Yes.
I mean, other challenges, you can hide them. Not being married, not having a child yet. When you're waiting, they're not situations that you can hide. So people know, and they want to be part of it, and they want to help. So that makes it even more.
Yes, difficult. I always say that, why I didn't like my test is if you had a financial problem, you can hide it.
Yes.
You would have to reveal it, or if it was something that was declared publicly. But not being married at your age, you are looking at your peers, so they know what your age is, even if you're not disclosing it. And everybody thinks that they need to help you. So particularly, and I was a Christian girl, so in the church, I would be introduced to everybody's cousin, uncle, or young nephew or something. And then it didn't work out. Then I was labeled the choosy one. And then it didn't work out. Then it was, it's spiritual. She has a spirit husband, or she needs deliverance.
Yes, deliverance.
So it's you need deliverance. And sometimes I'm having to explain to. So I'd go to the meetings and I'm saying, hey, I'm saved. I understand my right as my covenant right, and I've been enforcing it. You know, I've been enforcing Abraham's blessing. So
Yes.
the enemy isn't this strong. The devil isn't this strong. You know, even if a clause has been pronounced,
yes,
then I have power, authority to
break that curse.
To break
yes.
it. And I've been speaking. You guys don't know all that but you know, God, I was fortunate. God made my path cross with Pastor Bimbo, late Pastor Bimbo.
Okay.
She prayed, I thought, a weird prayer that I would enjoy the type of marriage she enjoyed.
Wow.
That the ease she had in
the marriage.
Had it. And I thought it was a strange thing for a total stranger to just pray along those lines, and that I would walk half. I thought, very strange prayer. And I remember once she had called me and said, Lola, I asked God why you were married, and that God is behind your delay. And I was like, oh, finally!
Somebody
I know
understands.
The devil isn't as strong as we have made him.
Yes.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood, and there are principalities. But I also am an overcoming child. I already have victory in Christ Jesus. And my role is to enforce it, not to keep going through deliverance sessions. You know. But again, the wait was still long.
Yes.
And even at some point, I also assumed, come on, this is beyond normal. You know, I would meet people in my 20s, late 20s, early 30s, but then after a while, the dates started. Again, you know, as a Christian, you're limited.
Yes.
So, I mean, after that missionary dating, I was not going to go out with somebody who didn't have a relationship with Christ. I wasn't about to pray for somebody's salvation and then marry them.
Yes.
So I wanted somebody who was already,
established.
After that experience, I realized, okay, you can't dictate how this thing will be. Yeah, it's the right, but it needs salvation. So it was, God, bring me my own, a man after your heart, which I'd always prayed for. And Nika, my friend who had even prophesied, at some point said, come on, what's going on here? Are you sure you haven't missed it?
Wow.
Yeah, it became that ridiculous. I mean, we can't be
when you're even down to your own prophecy.
So she just thought, look, Lola, you've missed it somewhere. And honestly, I would be introduced to people and maybe I would have a check about them. And later we would discover something that it would not have been worked out.
Yes.
And so you just go through that down season where you're thinking, who have I offended? Why is this me? And then in between, my mom got cancer, and then she also died. And I'm thinking, no, come on. I mean, I thought I've lost my dad. I won't have a father.
At your wedding?
At my wedding, that's fine. But then now I'm not going to have my
mother.
And even when my mom was ill, when we'd ask her what she wanted the most, it wasn't to get better. It was that her daughter would marry.
Oh my God! And that was how really
for a dying woman to say, "I want my daughter to get married," as opposed to me get well. And you're thinking, "Come on, God, this is just." And I remember my mom eventually passed on. My cousin was like, "Lola, don't worry, God is not going to do it." In fact, I was so sure, God, the next year, please, I'm going to be compensated. This is a bit too much. I'm not the only one. And it's 10 years since my mom died.
Wow.
And
God's timing is just not our timing.
It isn't. And in hindsight, I'm glad I waited.
Yes.
I'm not sure I wanted it that long. And even in hindsight, I'm still trying to figure out why it had to be that long. But possibly so that other people who have had to wait for a long time will be encouraged.
Yes.
Because sometimes you need, the Bible seems so far-fetched, or the stories in the Bible are so far away that we need something near us.
Yes.
And I just say that I have overcome. I did find true love.
I was going to say, as long as your journey has been of waiting, and as painful as it must have been with some of the things that you've had to endure.
Yes.
But I said it to you, and a lot of people say to you that, it's so good that you waited because you got the best. Your husband, oh my, Lola, you are so blessed. You are blessed.
I feel like God really now you look at, she missed out on childhood romance. My first relationship was when I was 18 with a Christian.
Yes.
And that was not a good relationship. you know, my parents were against it.
She keeps talking about this relationship. Lola married as a virgin, oh, Christian lady. So it's not, she was dating the Christian.
Yes, I was dating.
It's important.
Yes, that we established
a virgin
that
at 40. Hey,
no,
48. Can you imagine?
I know, story of my life.
In fact,
you know, I would say that it really does pay to honor God. And I'm not saying that I got married because I honored God, but I'm saying in my case, I guess everybody has a walk, and God sometimes singles you out for a particular path, and so your circumstances sometimes are extraordinary. So, I mean, the grace for me to tell this story is that God wanted a virgin to tell my story, and therefore He supplied the grace to speak myself, because I didn't struggle that much with being a virgin. It really wasn't the issue. In fact, my struggle was, who wants to be a virgin at 40, Lord? So it was more like, can you bring this husband? So there was a lot of grace supplied. And I always say, when God chooses to do something through you, so those challenges He allows it, He will supply the grace. My husband also is, I mean, he, you know, is also a faithful person. And that's the truth. So I got somebody who's faithful, whose commitment to God, you know, he doesn't joke with his commitment to his God. And wanted to marry someone because he didn't want to have a bad marriage as well. And he didn't want, you know, so he also wanted somebody who had this kind of walk I had with God. So I mean, I think that helped him decide faster. Because he came all out, and he was the one that wanted this marriage.
Because he knew what he wanted, and he had found it.
He found it. And I didn't have to make an effort, like, you know, I told you in that relationship where I was the one praying for salvation, praying. With my husband, I told him about, you know, my walk with God, and how I do my confessions. I mean, close a few months after we started dating, we were already written our confessions about our life together. We were taking it together. You know, somebody who shared the same type of faith as I. And honestly, that's the biggest gift God could have given me. Because I'm not having to teach. You know, after you've walked with God for so long, to be starting from scratch. And God has a way of compensating you. Because I'm a hopeless.
He does compensate.
He does. I'm a hopeless romantic. And it means that I like the fairy tale. And too, I'm a hopeless romantic. My husband is a hopeless romantic. And I used to tell God, when you bring this husband, let it be someone that I could have married if I married when others were getting married. When my peers got married. And you know, when we all married, when my peers were married, we were all tempted to marry our age mates. Or not too far from our age. There were exceptional cases. And that's what He brought. So with my husband, I feel like I'm in my 20s and I'm dating. That's how our relationship is. I mean, it's young, so I can't say too much. But so far, it's amazing.
God is a master arranger, you know.
I feel like I'm dating. So all that I thought I missed in the period of waiting.
It's showing you that you missed nothing.
I'm having it.
You're having it.
So we're on dates. You know, it's like you're dating.
So which is what we're saying about waiting. That there is that joy, knowing very well that God will sort you out. Now you know I'm going to ask this question, because now you are married and you now have that missus. Have things changed? You know how it is in this society that when people see you as single,
they disrespect.
So have things changed?
Honestly, and which is why I have a passion for people who are waiting, particularly to get married. Honestly, you're looked down on in society. I think it's the culture. Because when you're not married and you're doing some work, you're assumed to either be proud or you're not focused. You've heard people say they're too focused on their career. They're too snobbish. Their background is too this. They're too this. They're too spoiled. That's why they're not married. People just judge you for not being married.
They judge you without knowing you.
Which is why I think some people have ended up just staying put in a bad place. Because I could have been tempted to just continue. I mean, when I broke up with the missionary dating, there were people that walked up to me and said, "I'm sorry for you. The guy says he likes you. You would not marry. You better go back." I had Christians who said, "You better go back there." And for a fact, I mean, that relationship collapsed completely, I think maybe 2006. And to have waited 13 years after and said, "No, I'm not going back there." That was the.
I know I deserve better.
I deserve better than I was treated. But you know, people don't. It's where people, because the society pressures you, and you know, you're made to look like you are nobody until you have a man in your life. So you know that's the top part. So honestly, I think even I feel relieved.
Yes.
I'm not having to explain myself so much because I used to hear, "Oh, but you're so friendly, you're so nice. Why aren't you married?
You
must be choosy.
Yes.
You must be this. You must be bossy. You're too full of yourself." You know, it's just nice not to have to say that. And I think you know, sometimes I say, well, so, and you know, people think that those who are married are the ones that have character, and those who are not married,
there was something wrong with them.
Oh no, we don't have character.
You don't have character.
So you're told that, so you know, you kind of take a lot more rubbish than you would. And you know, even in friendships, you don't want to quarrel with people even when they're treating you badly because you're single and you will be deemed that's why she's single. Particularly if maybe you have a misunderstanding with a married person, you want to, even when
you don't know what it feels like to be married, so you won't know better. You know, things like that. You get things like that.
So to be honest,
I know.
I feel relieved. I think that's like, oh wow. And look,
finally.
Okay, I'm married.
I'm married.
Okay, so God thinks I have a bit of character, you know. But
thank God for your journey.
Look,
thank God.
I am
thank
thankful.
God.
But
thank
then
God.
there's this journey now. People have. I mean, I only got married. You're asking, so the child, what's next? You're already on. I'm thinking this society.
What God has started is going to complete. That's who He is. Anyway, you know. Anyway, you know, I always say something about waiting because God's word is that He will give us rain in its season. And we know that God's timing is perfect and we must believe so. God's plans are good and it takes time. And sometimes that time is more than we anticipated, definitely. Then when waiting, you are praying and God is busy preparing your mate. That you must understand. Our wait is easier when we understand that God's timing is perfect and He's never too late. God is never too late, you know, He's never too late. So what I want to say to you is that enjoy where you are while you're on your way to where you are going. Being angry or frustrated with God will not make Him hurry. His timing is perfect. Do not grow weary. Do not be discouraged. At the proper time, you will reap if you do not give in. Lola, it's been an amazing time being with you. Thank you for sharing your story with us. I mean, I'm sure you have inspired people out there to remain and wait on God's promises and remain a virgin until you marry, you find the right man at 48. I wish you the very best. I mean, I've seen your husband. Oh my God, what a lucky woman you are. What a lucky man he is also to have you. And you look so happy together. I'm always so happy. And when I see you, I'm always like, oh my, she's really happy. She's really happy. So you do win, you know, over waiting because God's timing is perfect. We give you that person that He has been busy preparing for you. When the children come, we'll bring you again. You will come back and we share the good news together. Thank you, Lola. Until another episode of the Now Show. Remember, remain a winner. Thank you and God bless.
Amen.